back. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now on ETNow, where we are celebrating Children's Day. We always say teach them young, whether it's physics, chemistry, or even money management, and that's what we at ETNow aim to do on this occasion. So yesterday, we had Feroze Azeez of Anand Rathi Private Wealth Management, who went over to JBCN International to give the students of the school, 7th and 8th graders and 9th graders, a lesson on how to invest, what exactly are markets, and how to manage their money. And boy, did these students grill Feroze with some very interesting questions. Listen in to a slice of that session.
Most of the things in life could be more expensive than you can afford today. So what will you have to do? You will have to accumulate it, 50 after 50 after 50, so that it becomes 2,000 rupees, and then you can buy it. So what is this process called? This process is called saving. This process of accumulating money to buy something at a later date is called saving, right? Now, when you save it, you can keep it in a piggy bank, right? You can put those 50 rupees to accumulate it in that piggy bank, or you can make that 50 rupees grow. The process of growing it is called investing. How can money grow? Right? If money could grow, it would be phenomenal, right? You just have some money and you leave it around and it keeps growing. How does it grow? When I take this 50 rupees, let's assume I lend it to a friend. I lend it to a friend, and he tells me that, Feroze, you're lending me this 50 rupees, you're being so kind. After 1 year, I will not just give you your 50 rupees back, but I will add 10 more rupees to it and give you 60, because you're being so friendly to me. You're giving me 50. So after 1 year, how much would I give him? Well, he would give me 60 rupees. So what happened? Instead of leaving the money in the piggy bank, I made sure that the 50 rupees is used by my friend for how much period? 1 year. If my friend is a person who fulfills his commitment, what will he give me at the end of 1 year? 60 rupees. So what happened to my 50? It became 60. Now does it help me get my 2,000 sooner? Right? Because I'm getting closer to my 2,000. So if you put your money in a box, it doesn't grow. If you make sure that the money is utilized by somebody else, is being used by somebody else, then because he is using it, he is going to give me more than the money I gave him. This is why money grows. Because you're not leaving it idle, you're making it work for somebody else. You're lending it to somebody, right? So saving and investing are a very, very important component.
Is it always, it might be risky also, right, sometimes to invest?
Super. So that's a very, very valid question. She asked us, what is the risk? If I gave my 50 rupees to my friend, what if he doesn't give it to me back at all? That's a risk. But if I understand my friend, and if I know my friend for 5 years, and if I understand my friend properly, that he is a person who every time gives a commitment and fulfills his commitment, then I don't mind giving my money to him. But will I give my 50 rupees to a stranger? No, because I don't even know whether he will give it back to me or not. He might just take it away and vanish. So how are we going to lend to somebody unless I know that friend of mine for long periods of time? I'm not going to lend my money, right? So of course it is risky that he doesn't pay my money back. But if I have done my research on that friend of mine, then I would have taken risk, but a calculated risk. What do you mean by a calculated risk? A risk which you understand. I understand that this friend of mine, for example, Vinod, is a very trustable guy. And that trustable guy will pay me back my money. If I'm very confident, and if I have done that with him 2 or 3 times before, and he has always given my money back, then I would say that's a lower risk. Let's assume I don't have any friends. Okay? The situation is not as bad as I sound. If I
Okay, some very interesting questions thrown in by the students, I must say. Students nowadays just getting more and more enterprising, no exception right here between the 7th and 8th graders. Unfortunately, we could not play out the entire conversation. Certainly was a very interesting one, but we'll wrap it up on this very special edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the program as much as we did, compiling all of this together. Wishing you all a very happy Children's Day. Coming up next is Markets at Noon.